At Ople, we use AI to build AI. But before we get into that, I want you to imagine. And when you do, I want you to go back to that golden age when you were a little kid and anything was possible. You wanted to be an astronaut. You wanted to be a firefighter. You wanted to be a superhero. Well, AI is at its inception right now. We do not know what we can't do with AI. The Wright brothers imagined flight, but they were told that it was impossible. But what did they do? They went out, they became inventors, mechanics, engineers, ultimately pilots, and they made their imagination a reality. But just like the rest of these amazing technical revolutions, it didn't take off. It didn't transform society. It didn't change the way we run our businesses or behave as humans until it was one of three things. Until it was three things, actually. Easy, cheap, and ubiquitous. I think we can all agree that AI right now is none of those at all. In fact, it's highly complex. And if you play Fortnite, if you have, the first thing you do is you run into a brick wall. Well, trying to figure out AI is kind of like that experience. Where's my data? How do I aggregate it? How do I prep it? Who do I hire? How do I actually build the model? How do I get into production? How do I evaluate its performance? I'm actually getting anxiety just looking at this slide. What if we simplified that? At Ople, we are accelerating the time from that idea to realization by at least 10x. And what does that mean? That means that idea comes from the C-suite maybe, or the VP level, the data scientist, or maybe your data analyst, or maybe your domain expert can actually now use a product like Ople to automatically build that model. And we do that through our proprietary technology that we call behavioral assimilation. And what that's doing is it's modeling the behavior, and most importantly, the intuition of the world's top data scientists, putting into the hands of our customers a platform that enables all those people I just mentioned to build and deploy production-grade AI models in as little as minutes, hours, or days, depending on the size and complexity. And then when we get into deployment, it's actually deployed as a highly lightweight, performant model that you can deploy even on the edge or on a phone. This is a quick demo. You're going to see a few things. I want to point out the fact that we have model explainability. We've really opened up the black box. This is going to be a 50-second demo, so I encourage you to come see me afterwards. You can see here we're building a model. We've decided what type of problem, accuracy. Now we go back and take a look at one. You can see Base is doing all this benchmarking against all the basic algorithms. You'll see it's building hundreds and hundreds of models, and all the while it's learning the peak performing attributes, combining those into what we call a massive ensemble. At this point we deploy it, access it via an API. You can do a test prediction. Okay, we get in the result. Now let's deploy it. What language do we want? Copy and paste it into your environment. But that's not where it ends. Let's take a look at metrics. So here for the data scientists in the room, you can see things like a confusion matrix. You can see a graph showing things like false positives and precision recall rates. And then we take it one step farther for the executives. Feature importance. Why is it making the decisions it's making? So, for you C-level folks in the room, when the board comes to you with that idea that you think is a fantasy, you can now actually make that a reality. For the leaders of data science teams in this room, you're limited right now to the amount of people you can serve. This opens that up. Your data science team now can solve problems for every business unit in the company. And for the data scientist, you can actually do things you never thought possible. So it's time to take your ideas and start to capitalize on them. And I'll just close by saying, hey, I dreamed of being a pirate, so I love being part of continuing the legacy of the pirates of Silicon Valley. I'd love to talk to you outside. We got a table right there, and show you a real demo that's not 59 seconds and highly accelerated. Thank you.